of a big organization. Basically, the canal is celebrating its 175th anniversary. As I mentioned, it was built between 1826 and 1832 by Colonel John Bunn, a British Army engineer. With help of 4,000 men, French, Canadian, Irish, and Scottish workers, they dug out 19 kilometers by hand of a canal that has a total length of 202 kilometers linking Ottawa and Kingston. Basically, it will be 126 miles for those miles. And the rest of the canal is made up of natural waterways such as lakes, rivers, and swamps. The canal, the purpose for its existence became very apparent once the War of 1812 drew to a close. That war between the Americans and the British had been big, sorry, I'm out of words here. I'll rewind. Okay, so the canal, there had a lot of troubles between the Americans and the British a long time ago during the War of 1812. There was fighting on both sides of the border. And during that war, there was a threat of invasion of the St. Lawrence Seaway, which is a big waterway that links Kingston and Montreal. So, following the war, fearing a second invasion or a possible invasion of the St. Lawrence Seaway, the British decided to build the Rideau Canal, connecting Ottawa and Kingston. So using the Rideau Canal, you would send supplies north from Kingston all the way to Ottawa, and then east towards Montreal on the Ottawa River. So using two waterways, you would avoid using the St. Lawrence Seaway. Now, the seaway was never invaded by the Americans whatsoever, so eventually it became apparent that the canal would never see any military action whatsoever. It was then used for commerce for many years. Up until the 1960s, there was a lot of activity on the canal, and things eventually died down. Nowadays, there are no more commercial vessels on the Rideau Canal whatsoever, only pleasure crafts from all over the world. 25,000 boats are on the Rideau Canal every season. About 11% of those boats are from the United States. And the biggest weekend of the entire summer is actually this weekend. So you'll see a lot of boats. So on the left-hand side, we have the University of Ottawa campus, the first site on today's cruise. All the buildings still the first bend in the canal. Established in 1848 by French Oblate fathers, the university started off with 64 students and